Let me know if this sounds familiar. Your friend or partner or whoever comes to you with a problem, and you really want to help them because you care about this person a lot. You tried your best to comfort them, and maybe you gave what you thought was solid advice, but it goes horrible, and now they're pissed at you for just trying to help. You might even get upset yourself because of how they reacted. You probably did try your best because you really do want to help that person, but you just don't know how to for what you did wrong. You can comfort someone simply with just 3 steps. Now, the first one is making them feel comfortable talking to you and feel like they're safe and they won't be judged for whatever problem they have and that they're bringing to you. You want to discuss the problem with them somewhere that's private and somewhere where you can have the time to actually talk about it thoroughly. There's been times when someone's come to me, but it's been a bad time because I'd have to go somewhere soon and we couldn't actually talk about it. If you can't talk about it in the moment, it's very important to let them know that you do actually want to talk about it and you do care and you want to listen. One thing you could do if they don't want to talk about it in person is text about it later. This does have the downside of not being able, Jesus Christ, I can't talk, to see their body language. But it could also make them more comfortable about opening up about whatever's bothering them. The next step is to actually listen to them and validate their emotions. You don't want to stop them at all to give your opinion. Only stop them if you have a question about something and need clarification. You should also use nonverbal cues to reassure them that you're actually listening, like nodding, facing your body towards them can really help, and leaning in too. But don't lean in too close, as this may result in a felony. Next, you're going to let them explain the whole situation in its entirety, and you don't want to give any feedback or input during this first time listening. The only time you would interrupt is to ask them to explain something. After they finish explaining what happened, you should say something like, "Wow, I'm really sorry that happened." That, again, helps them feel heard and understood. And the last tip is about advice. And it sounds weird, but a lot of the time people don't actually want advice and they just want you to listen. Now, the super secret bonus tip. How you say something is equally, if not more important than what you actually say. If you could have the greatest advice in the world, but if you say it in a way that the person doesn't like or they get offended for whatever reason, they're not going to take it and they're just going to get pissed off and not want to talk to you anymore. Now, if someone keeps coming to you over and over again with the same problem, you keep trying to give them advice, but they either won't listen or they just don't do anything with it, then honestly, there's nothing you can really do. It's up to that person to change their situation and improve their life. You can't force them to change or improve or do anything. You can just try to be there for them and hope they change themselves. You could also try to rephrase your advice as a question. If someone comes to you and, for example, they're getting treated badly by a partner or a friend, and they try to reconcile it but it doesn't work, then you could say something like, "If I were in your situation, I would reconsider whether I want this person a part of my life." Now, to use this in an example, you could, let's say your friend comes to you about a problem in the hallway right before class, and they ask to talk to you about something serious, but bell's about to ring and you gotta go to class or you'll be late. You could say, "Of course, I'm always here for you, but I think it'd be better if we waited until after school or sometime later so we can actually, discuss this properly and we have the time." Then later after school, you reach out to them and ask them to talk about it again. And you meet up, but they're hesitant. and you reassure them that it's okay and they can take their time to open up about it. So they finally do start talking, then you use verbal and nonverbal cues to reassure them that you're listening. And if something doesn't make sense, you ask them to explain it further so you can fully understand the situation. And it turns out someone has been treating them poorly, and every time they try to talk about it, they get dismissed. You then ask them if they would like advice, and they say that yes, they would like advice. So then you tell them it's good that you did try to reconcile and talk about it, and it seems like you've done all you can do. You can try to reconcile maybe a few more times, but that doesn't seem to be working. So then at this point, I would reconsider if I want this person to stay in my life. This phrasing validates both their feelings and their attempts to solve the situation themselves. And by restating the advice as a question and posing it as a question to them, it lets them come to their own conclusion about what they should do. So I hope this helped at least a little bit. I'm gonna try to start making more videos in this kind of format. So let me know if there's anything else specific you want to hear me talk about or give my opinion of, or advice about. You use a tip right there. So simple, so easy. Also, the music I'm using is either going to be linked in the description or a pinned comment. So, yeah, thank you for listening, and bye-bye.